Happy Swarm Cell Sunday. Today we get to find out how a backyard beekeeper can raise their own backup queens using a queen castle. This one just happens to be from Triple Oak Acres Bee Supply. Not sponsored. And so follow along. Let's see what we get into. Okay, folks. Mind my mess. We had a storm last night. Okay. So, if you saw my video yesterday, it was Swarm Catch Saturday. So, today is Sunday. We're going to call this Swarm Cell Sunday. Let's see. Let's get into it. Welcome to Swarm Cell Sunday. I have a mating nuke or queen castle, however you want to call it. And this is kind of what it looks like. It has 3 chambers that you could put 3 frames in there. There are 2 entrances on one side, 1 entrance on the back side. These are UV. Dials, entrance dials. It's wax dipped, and I accidentally left it out in the rain last night, not knowing it was going to rain. And I was worried that these little dividers would warp, and guess what? They're wax dipped also. Exactly what I wanted. There's individual tops, so they can't cross over, with little feeders on there. And so what I'm going to do is, I've got a few of these. So why is this important for a regular backyard beekeeper to have? I think that for a backyard beekeeper, I'm not a queen producer, even though I'm learning. What happens like in the spring or in the summer or whatever, whenever you get into your hive and you see multiple cells, swarm cells, supersedure cells? What do? You've got limited equipment, or you don't want to make a brand new box, and you don't want to kill them all. This queen castle is the perfect option for a small-scale beekeeper. So what I'm going to do, since I have 3 separate chambers, I've got more of these. I've got 3 separate chambers. Swarm cells are the best cells to use for raising queens, and that's exactly what I plan on doing. I plan on putting a frame that has swarm cells on it, and in each one of these chambers, and then probably a frame of capped brood, etc., etc. I suspect my queen is over there in my swarm trap. Let's get to it. So I have it where the 1 entrance is this way and the 2 entrances are this way. This is Central Oklahoma. It gets pretty hot, and this is a shaded area. I will be sure not to put any like pollen sub. Shouldn't need it. Any pollen sub or anything in here. So I want to keep them cool, give them some different entrance options, and let's see what we can do. I will be using smoke. It is overcast, but there were so many cells, some of which look like they were about to emerge. They could have emerged. Hopefully they didn't. So I don't know how the girls will enjoy my presence. So. And if you're not a backyard beekeeper, you can just forget about it if you don't want to deal with it. I am a backyard beekeeper, and I try to keep my swarms to a minimum. And if there's so many cells, they're more inclined to do like virgin swarms, and so I want to decrease my chances of that. I'm just going to put this here for now. And I only want to give them completely capped queen cells. I've learned they break those down if they're not capped. That is something else. I marked this as a queen cell, but if you look at it, I might have a virgin queen running around. I don't know. There's nothing in there. Oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. Okay. So yesterday I did see queen cells. Ah, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, so if we look here, I marked this as having a queen cell. And if you look, they have all been broken down, which tells me I'm too late. Alright, let's see what we have. So whenever I was in there, I marked this as having queen cells also. And we do have one. Actually, I see another one right here. And this is a foundationless. I don't know if that's viable or not. Let me make sure I don't have a virgin queen on here. See, that one is chewed. That's okay. Once again, we've got chewed out. We have chewed out queen cells. So those chewed out queen cells, were they chewed out by the queen or the nurse bees? That's a good question. That is completely torn down. But is this one? This one still looks good. That one right in the middle. Still looks good. We shall see. I marked this for having a queen cell. I don't see one. here. There's one left here. And it looks pretty good. And there are eggs. Not 1-day-old eggs, but like 2-day-old eggs. If the girlfriend swarmed, it wasn't too long ago. What do we have here, girls? What do we have here? Okay. What do we have here? See, and then there's another one. Right here. Now that looks like a supersedure. I'll leave that one as well. I left one queen cell. I took 2. Made some girls mad. So I've already put a food frame in each of these. They're very nice food frames. This is one of the ones with the queen cell. This is one of the other ones with the queen cell. So I've got 2 out of 3 in there. Like fully capped brood. I could just put a blank frame in there, but I want to make sure that I've got plenty of population. I say pretty populated. Sorry girls. Okay. One. So that one has eggs. I'll leave that one. Another food frame, but there's catbird on this side. I am going to put this one in there. I don't see a virgin. So. That probably wasn't cool. Alright, so this entrance is open. This entrance is open. I'm going to close this one because I don't have anything in there. I'm going to put this just to tell myself that I've got nothing in here. I'm going to put this upside down. And what I am going to do is I'm going to replace the frames that I took out and put in here with blank frames, and then close this back up and then call it a day. I will check back here. I'm going to say a week. I want to give them, I don't know, maybe even 2 weeks. Just because I don't want to mess anything. I don't want to mess up any kind of magic. All right. So, with that being said, this is how a backyard beekeeper can raise their own emergency queens, backup queens, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully this won't be too long. Thanks again. Have a good one.